Take a step into South London, a boiling pot overflowing with culture, where inspiration is in the voices of those that seek the same. Way before it was heard, it was written. Time honors thy words as a part of life's verse. You live and you learn. Listen, as the present age are speaking. But remember, it was written.
Benny Mills, Nihilismus, and this is observing orders. We formulate with caution, see for all we say is portion, ship not button all our boredom. For when times are harder, I can see a lighter path, but it's night for starts to stand a chance. Make sure your nights are nights apart. And when all are welcome, tell me there's a warmer welcome. See through the door like you're the door and observe the hints you taught her yelping. I stand excelling, static as our sounds compelling, unsurprised by what's remembered, surprised by what I'm forgetting. It's like we give a little, get a lot. It's like, it's portioned down. We trim what we have because we know that the prime few things that we own creatively are the things that will excel. I guess you could say there's two phrases. Someone's buttoning, someone's chipping in. And to have someone who's chipping in is like to have someone who's part of the team. To have someone who's buttoning, it's like, get out of my way, innit? Like, so. It gets a bit more playful, so it's like, I'm night for starts. For you to stand a chance, you need to make sure your night that you're throwing isn't on the same day as the night that we're throwing, basically. So although it's like the last bar is a bit cheeky and a bit like taking a piss out of, the external, I guess it's more playful rhyme schemes, I guess. I stand excelling, I'm static as our sounds compelling. So that's just like sort of standing there proud. It's like the second verse on Stakes is High. What I find interesting in terms of writing, there's a lot of like subconscious things that, like make me excited that I feel like the artists themselves might not have created, but I think I do the same thing. But hopefully, if people listen to me in depth, then hopefully I do the same thing. But it's like you'll write a verse and you'll think it's all about like one thing, and then people find different layers to it. So a few people that do that sick. Black Thought, the consistency of what he talks about and making every line like I guess 100% finished is an interesting way to put it. And then of course Nas, because that's what I grew up on. I love improvisation, and I think the writing part, from the ages of like 16, 17, like the writing part has been more of like a social thing. I think I'm too used to being in the studio, and if you're not like occupied in a studio, well, I guess writing is being occupied, but if you're not occupied in another sense, then you're going to be writing, do you know what I mean? So it's a social thing, something that we can share. I don't find it as fun as freestyling. I find it more insightful. There's been times where we've like gotten coach to another country and we have to be up till 5 a.m. And then there's this, it's very simple because it's like at 5 a.m. there's only really one thing you're thinking. It's like, I haven't had a bath since yesterday morning and I'm tired and I just want to sleep. But then you have to go get a coach or something. And you pass by different parts in London on the way to Victoria to get that coach, and it's just like, all the things that come into your head, it's like, usually when you see that and you're awake, it's cool, it just passes by because there's so many things that are on my mind when I'm awake, do you know what I mean? And then you get that little bit of inspiration. I just think that shit spreads like crazy. So if that's when I find myself thinking, fuck me, I'm more creative than I am usually right now, do you know what I mean? So I guess that's one of my... I don't know how a sound is made, but I think it's definitely part of it. Do you know what I mean? If I ever had a sound, it it would definitely be influenced by London. In terms of like surroundings, oh my god, that sounds so big. So I write about encounters sometimes, and I write about encounters with groups, i.e. like a party or a night or a gathering or, you know, whatever you want to call it. Something creative. It could be a video shoot, it could be a photo shoot, it could be so many different things. So that happens predominantly in London. So I think that's what about London creates the sound, you know what I mean? Yes, I've been Benny Mills and it has been fun. So